do any. Yeah, say hello to your neighbor.
Can you come sit next to me?
Oh yeah, we'll probably want to skip the rocking chair.
Yeah. Can't sit there.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to sit on the rocking chair, it's probably a bad idea. So, great, wonderful. You guys are amazing just to take the time out of your day to be here. So thank you very much. Give yourself a round of applause. And just really take a moment to, bring yourself into this room. So sometimes we kind of are back in the beginning of our day, or we're looking forward into the front of the day, or into, the future. So we're just going to kind of pull all our energy into this room. And then bring your energy from the past, energy from the future, just bring it all into your body right now, instead of being scattered. So we'll just kind of take a moment to pull yourself in. And that right there can help you feel more energized, help you feel more energy in your body, because you're not scattered and being pulled in different directions. So are there any areas in your body that typically hold more tension? So I want this class to be for you. So is there any areas in your body that you would like, to tap into right now, like maybe your neck or
Neck and shoulders.
Neck and shoulders is
Yeah.
always a good place to start.
Isn't it? Neck
Yeah.
and shoulders?
Neck and shoulders. Good. Okay. So first thing we want to do before we even start moving is just focus on our breath. So in breathing deeply and in breathing slowly and consciously, like with your awareness on it, it also helps to recharge your body, because you're, again, not scattered. You're pulling your energy, all your energy, back into your body. So go ahead and just bring your hands to your belly, and we'll start by slowing our breath down. So this will be a very useful, and maybe you already do this, breathing from the belly, but this is one of the most important parts about creating more ease in your body, getting enough oxygen in, so your body has more energy. So inhale through your nose, and if you can, try to relax your stomach muscles, so you can't be like this, even though it looks better from the side. You have to relax those stomach muscles. And as you inhale, feel the navel move away from the spine, so just like a balloon blowing up, and you have to be able to relax those muscles. And then as you exhale, breathing out through the nose, draw the navel back towards the spine. And even if it's more exaggerated at first, just to get the feeling of it. So inhaling, feeling the belly move away from the spine or the navel. And then exhaling, bringing the navel back towards the spine. So just close your eyes and just allow all your awareness to be on the breath. Sometimes closing the eyes is helpful. And again, breathing in through the nose, feel the navel move away from the spine. And then breathing out through the nose, feel the navel draw back towards the spine. Good. And just keep following the breath here. Just that soft, easy belly breath is a perfect way to bring the mind, this scattered mind, into the body. And also, bringing the mind, the thinking mind, you don't have to try to wrangle it in or stop it from thinking. Just bring this thinking mind into the heart. So drop it from the upper compartment up here in the head, and just slowly let the mind come down to rest in the chamber of the heart. And in the chamber of the heart, the mind can stop chattering. But we also need to open the heart. So allow the heart to open so the mind can relax as well. So feeling the heart open, relax your body, so your body can let go as well. So bringing the three together, feeling your body relax, so it's safe to relax right now. The mind in the heart, the mind stops to chatter, and the body can relax. So just dropping all the layers. Good. All right, so with the mind in the heart and the body relaxed, so it knows it's safe, the heart is open, now we can actually start to add some movement to our body, so we feel the body. So just by we're going to open the right hand and make it like you have a little pool of water in your right hand, and then reach your left arm out, and then you're just going to tap your right hand up the inside of the left arm, and then down the outside. So now we're just going to wake up the energy of the body here. So it's tap, tap, tap with the kind of a little cupping, and then down the outside. Okay, so just starting by that. This is a good way to start your day too. Waking up the energy of your body. You'll start to feel the energy tingling. And you'll also notice there's a fun little experiment. If you'll notice you might be able to breathe a little freer through your nostrils when you do this exercise. So you were breathing earlier through your nostrils. Now, when we finish, we'll see if you can breathe a little deeper. Okay, and then switch to the other side. So your hands are already starting to tingle. So tap, tap, tap up the inside of the right arm, and then down the outside. Yeah, and just kind of this cupping, so you can almost hear that now. Yeah, you don't have to get too rough, but you know. Just like lovingly waking the body up like you would a child. Lovingly waking up the energy of the body.
Is this how you wake up Tabby?
No, he's the one waking me up. No, that's
The master.
Good, and now just kind of like shake out your hands and loosen. So this is also a great way to kind of move the energy. Just loosen and even like take your hands and flick. So if you have like excess energy like frustration or confusion or overwhelm, just flicking it off and just letting the body release it. All right, so now just take your hands and rest for a second and just close your eyes and feel your body. And now notice your breath through your nose as well. Notice if you can breathe a little deeper. Good. So now we'll wake up the thymus and it helping to stimulate the immune system as well as creating lots of energy. So making little pinpoints with your fingertips, you're going to just tap on the heart or the thymus here, right here. Not really the heart, but. Okay, so just lightly tapping. And then you can start to kind of tap across the collarbones and just back and forth. Okay, so you're just waking up the energy of the body with this light tapping. Good, and then we'll do kitty paws. So you're just going to make like a little light fist. Anybody get a kitty? Yeah. Okay, so then you just tap with the light fist. Cross. Yeah. How you guys doing so far?
Good.
Good. Great. All right, so then pause. So it's always good to just pause, you know, and just practicing like pausing throughout the day and bringing your energy from the future into the present moment and bringing your energy that's stuck in the past, bring it directly into the moment and then continually noticing. So we'll start with another little way to wake up the body. You're just going to stretch your right hand away and just try to point your fingertips down. So you're stretching through your wrist. This is a really good stretch for that carpal tunnel. It's for you, Age.
Yeah.
So take your left hand and just lightly clasp your pinky. Good. And spread your fingers out though. So as you spread the fingers out, you're moving the energy up and stretching through the ligaments of the arm. So it's really nice for if you're on the computer a lot or doing repetitive motion. Then go to the ring finger, but keep spreading the fingers out and stretching your fingertips downwards towards here. As much as you can stretch them out, do that. And then the middle finger. And it's really not, you
So
know.
am I pulling these down towards the ground?
No, you're
or
just
towards
stretching
me?
back towards you.
Okay.
Yep. Just, but keep spreading the fingers out. Yeah, because that'll help keep opening this channel up into the arm. And then the pointer finger. Spreading the fingers out, stretching through the wrist. And then the thumb, lastly. Yeah, and it's hard once you get there. Can you feel that stretching? Up in the, it's really, everyone can do this. And then shake out the hands, loosen. And then try the other side. So stretch your left arm away, pinkies, or fingertips point down, and then we'll start with the pinky. So lightly pull back, really lightly though, you don't want to dislocate. Okay, so lovingly stretch. And then the ring finger, but keep spreading the fingers wide, pointing the fingertips down, stretching through that top of the wrist. And then the middle finger, and then the ring finger, or I'm sorry, pointer finger. Got a ring on that finger, so. Pointer finger with a ring. And then the thumb. Good, and and then shake it out, loosen up. Good. So now we're starting to feel some ease in the arms and the wrists. So we talked about neck and shoulders, big time ways to stretch with it, just using a chair. So you're going to take your right hand and just grab onto your chair and sit tall if you can. There you go. And then reach your left arm out on the ground. It's relaxed towards the ground. And then relax your left ear towards your left shoulder. There you go. Yeah, it'll be opposite of me. And then you're just going to lean to the left a little bit. So you'll feel a stretch, hopefully, in the right side of your neck. Good. So relax the tops of your shoulders down. Good. Yes. Keep the ear dropping towards the shoulder rather than your face. Chin in just a tiny bit. There you go. And now breathe into the right side of the neck. Let it know that it's safe to relax. Everything's okay here. You can release the tension. And then because your neck is because your head is heavy, it's like a 10-pound bowling ball, use your left hand and help your neck to lift your head up. Good. Just to be easier about it. Good. And then switch. Left hand clasp beneath, which your right arm reaches out. So your shoulders are relaxed, you're sitting tall, and without turning your face, let your ear drop towards your shoulder. So your face is still looking forward. And then lean a little bit to the right to get more. Yeah, so you're just relaxing the shoulders down and breathing into this left side. Good. And then use your right hand and we'll lift the head up. Yeah. Either way, it's all good. All right, so do you feel some tension starting to, there's a little more space in the neck? Good, yeah, it does. So I'm going to kind of go back and forth between some breathing techniques and energy techniques and also the stretching. So we're going to go to a breathing technique to release tension in the body. And I call it the purifying breath. And it's going to be kind of over-exaggerated at first, but what we're going to do is work on fully exhaling and emptying the bottom of the lungs. And then as you inhale, you'll feel there's more space to expand your breath. So they say the secret to expanding your lung capacity is taking a longer exhale rather than taking a bigger inhale. So this will help you to continually expand your lung capacity. So the more you empty out, the more space there is to breathe in. And we're also going to use the stronger muscles of the intercostals rather than the diaphragm. So I'll have you put your hands on your waist so you can feel the effort that this is going to take. It'll be a little bit more effort at first just so you kind of get the idea. And then afterwards, you'll have it in your body like a blueprint, and you'll be able to just do it without putting your hands on your waist. So you can just do it like in the grocery line or somewhere like that. You don't have to make a big, but right now it'll be kind of a bigger movement. So I'll show you first. It's going to be an inhale through the nose, and then exhale completely, breathing out slowly through the mouth and relaxing the shoulders. And then the inhale comes. And it fills up. Okay, so again, this is over-exaggerated. And always remember when you're doing these techniques to just stop if you ever felt like, ooh, lightheaded. Okay, so don't do anything until you feel lightheaded. Okay.
Especially in the grocery line.
Yeah, especially like the grocery line while you're driving. There you go. So do you want to try it together, or do you have questions first? Okay, so it's the strong muscles. That's what you're feeling here. I want you to feel your rib cage because the intercostals are squeezing, 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 squeezing. And then inhale. Okay. So let's inhale through the nose. And then when you're ready, exhale all of it out. And let it be like a balloon, slowly letting the air out. Nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow, all the way down to the very bottom, relaxing more, even more, even more. All of it out, and then inhale. Good. And then just pause. I want you to notice how you feel. So we always notice how we feel before we continue. It's always tuning into the body. And, you know, some people say, well, how do you tune into the body? It's just simply noticing what's happening. So let's try it again. Inhale. And then exhale. All right, so how does that feel? Do you feel like, wow, even just doing that, what it does is lowers the acidity in the body and brings your body more into a neutral state with the alkaline and acidity by really taking your time to fully exhale. It's kind of like letting the steam off the teapot, just like, and it's a perfect one to use anytime you need to just create more ease in the body and release like frustration or things that start to build up throughout the day instead of letting them build up, to do that throughout the day to help your body, shed those layers before they build up. So are there any questions on that? Does that feel?
It feels great, Sarah. What I noticed the difference is sitting straight up in the chair like this, you get the maximum inhale,
Yeah.
and I can blow out longer. And then when you did the formal down, down, down until you can't blow anywhere else, then the automatic.
Yeah.
And when I do this in bed, we used to call it the calming breath.
Yes, it is the calming breath.
Or
wait, no, this is, there's another one called the calming breath, but anyway, yeah. Go ahead.
So I like your the position here works the best.
Yeah, being upright,
Yes.
because you
get
can
the
access,
most room.
the intercostals and use those. Awesome. So you've been doing this.
Yeah.
Does it
When
help
I
for
go to
you?
chiropractor, I do that breath, with a lot.
A lot.
Releases and you adjust better and.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. It's a technique that the body it immediately reacts to by just like everything can shed the layers of any tension can drop away, and you can do that just a few times and then notice how you feel and like you said, do it throughout the day. So let's see. Let's do some shoulder stretches because we talked about shoulders, and I think many times it's our posture that also inhibits our breath. So we're driving throughout the day or at a computer and we can't actually take a big breath in or do any belly breathing when you're hunched over. So what I love about yoga is it helps me to remember to be aware of my body and the posture, because our posture is usually what's going on in the mind. You're starting to feel like overwhelm, and then when you're like, what a brand new day, you notice that your body's always giving you that feedback. So just being aware, and then if you do notice yourself hunched over, well, okay, so change your posture first, and then notice what's going on in the mind, and then bring the mind into the heart. And when the mind is in the heart, the chatter stops. The mind chatters when the heart is closed. The mind starts to chatter because there's fear and worry and stuff building up in the body. Okay, so awesome thing to just remember, bring your mind into your heart so they can connect, they feel safe, everything's okay. The mind is soothed by the heart, and the heart knows that the mind is there to navigate, to allow it to be, the system it was meant to be was to, navigate through your day. But when they're separate, there's fear and there's worry and there's close down and stuff comes up. So we're just bringing the mind into the heart. All right, so let's do a shoulder stretch. So open your arms wide. Good. Oh yeah, and just, but because our arms are open wide, go ahead and just tell your neighbor, thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Great. So with your palms open, bring your right arm under your left, and then turn the backs of the hands to look at each other. Good. And again, we'll have to, remember to sit tall. And here you might feel a stretch right away. So just stay here. If flexibility allows, your hands will, the palms will press. If not, it doesn't matter. Just lift your elbows. So either way, you'll get a stretch. Now, remember to breathe into your belly as you're stretching. So sometimes the mind pops back up into the head and wants to know if I'm doing this right, is this what's wrong? I can't put my hands together. Bring mind back into the heart. And then just breathe right between your shoulder blades. right behind the heart. Let the heart know it's supported. And there's space for it to open. Good. And then we're adding just a little forward fold with this. So take your feet a little wider on the ground. Step your toes turned open a little wider. And what we're going to do is kind of bring the chin in towards the chest, coil the navel back, and start to fold gently forward, stopping when you feel any stretching sensation. So you're feeling breathing into the back, the shoulders. You can continue to fold if you'd like. Just being mindful of how your body feels. Keep coiling the navel back. Let your spine be supported by your core. Good, then press down through the feet. Will slowly come up. Take your time. Step the feet back together, and then we'll open the arms wide. Stretch. Yeah, isn't that nice? So if you do this at the office, make sure you're on a chair that doesn't roll. Okay? So flex through your wrists. Let's open across the wrists and shoulders and chest. Bring your arms a little bit behind you. You can help your neighbor. Oh. And then turn your palms up again. Now we'll just do the other side. Left arm under right. Good. And again, backs of the hands might look at each other. Lift your arm bones and press the forearms away. Maybe the palms touch, but just be mindful. One side might be different. That's fine. And then breathe. Just let your mind rest in your heart and breathe. Noticing that belly breath. And feeling your body becoming more energized just by your simple attention to it, by giving it the loving attention. That's all it needs, your loving attention. And then we'll do the little forward fold. Step your feet a little wider, turn your toes open, press down through the feet, but we'll coil the navel back, chin in towards the chest. And slowly, there you go. Hearing things open up. Crown of the head can start to stretch towards the earth or whatever feels good. But again, use your core to help stabilize your spine. And then we'll slowly come back up. Take your time. Good. Step the feet back together. Open the arms wide. Stretch across the chest. And then release. Okay. So the next breath I want to do is a really energizing breath. So don't do it till you feel dizzy. Okay. So I just want you to know that. And we're going to do it from a chair, although you can do this one since we're in a chair. Just make sure you can fold forward without hitting your head on the front chair. Because everybody got room? There we go. So, okay. So what it's going to look like here, it's going to be inhale, 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 and then okay? So it's 3 inhales. Okay. Very energizing breath. So 3 inhales without exhaling in between, and then breath goes down. Okay, so it's going to be inhale. Okay, inhale out. Inhale up. And then exhale. There you go. Yeah, and it's a kind of a forceful one. Say, let's just pause. Notice how you feel. How does that feel? Like you feel a little bit clearer? We're just kind of taking the fog away from the brain and using these breaths to just kind of peel away that fog. So let's do it again. So we'll go inhale, 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 and then out through the mouth. Okay? Well, don't hit your hand. Sure. Okay, let's do it again.
A little bit.
There's a little pause.
Angel,
Okay.
sit there.
I know, I saw your line.
Beat me up.
Okay, let's try it again. So it's inhale, 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 exhale. There you go. Inhale. One more. Inhale, inhale. Good, and then slowly come up. Woo! All right. So you feel it's just like this clarity. It's very subtle. It's not a breath that leaves you feeling jittery. It's just very like aware, awake, your senses, the body. How do you guys feel? Any questions on that? All right. I am recording this, so if you want your email on that list when we do the little giveaway, I'll also send you this audio so you can do it at home And so you can, it'll be an MP3, you can just download, you can put it on your phone, or you can just put it on your computer, and then you can practice some of these, because right now you're kind of getting a lot, and it's difficult, if you can't use it at home, then I'm not really helping you at all. So I want you to be able to do this, so your body, and pick, one or two things that you like, that you can do every day, and then you can keep adding to that. So just little things like that. Okay, any questions on that breath? Okay, I want to do something for the hips too, and the low back, because this is a big spot. So bring your knee into your chest, and this is such an easy, awesome stretch and most people can do it. But we're going to wake up the ankles first. So yeah, circle up the ankle. Your ankle wanted to turn, it wanted to rotate. It's like, I'm hanging here, man. Don't leave me hanging. Yeah, so just feel your body, spread the toes, feel that stretch through the top of the foot. Even though you have shoes on, you might not be able to spread the toes, but imagine you could spread your toes. Yeah, and then circle the other way. So just simple things to let your body know that it's okay to relax, it's okay to release, it's okay to unravel. Then now we'll take this right ankle and place it over the left thigh above the left knee, if you can. Good, everybody's got it. So if you can't, it would still work like this, but for now, since we're all good, try to keep your foot flexed, and you're going to stretch through the top of the heel and the back, or each side of the heel, so you're flexing. Good, yeah, you got it. Good. And now you might already feel some sensation in your right hip. Mm-hmm. Good. You can stay here or take your hands under your chair and hang on. Yes. And then just fold forward and start to just stretch your chest forward, and you'll get more sensation. Okay, so you don't have to go far, but remember, if we hunch when we move forward, we won't be able to breathe, and then the body's like, wait, something's wrong here again? What happened? They were breathing so nice in their belly. So, and then the body stiffens up again and tightens up. So remember to breathe, move only so far you can still breathe into the belly. Good. And I don't have a watch, so I'm not sure what time we're rolling.
And I never wear a watch either. All I ever have is a phone, but there's a clock over there. It's 9:35.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, lots of. Okay, so as you relax here, we'll do a calming breath while we're here. So this is a breath you can do without movement, but it's really nice to do it with movement. So right now, just notice your breath and count what your inhalation is. So it's not that you have to make it different, just count whatever your inhalation is. So if it's 5 or whatever, 4, 10, it doesn't matter. Just count whatever your in-breath is. And then we'll even it out. We'll take the exhale and see if, without making it work, exhale for the same amount of time. So if you're inhaling for 5, see if you can just exhale for 5. But not making it, forceful, like, did you get this done? It's not right. Just working your way to an equal breath. That's all. Now, as you're doing this, you're also breathing into that right hip and letting the low back stretch out here, creating space in the outer hip and also the glutes. A lot of people who have sciatic stuff going on, this will really be helpful to stretch that space out, to let those muscles unwind. So does everybody have their equal breath? So we're just going to take it one level deeper into the breath. What we want to do is, if you're inhaling for 5, see if you can gently, very gently exhale for 10. So double it up, okay? And then we'll slowly come up. Good. How did that go for you guys? Did you feel your body start to relax a little bit more when you, and the exhalation, when you're doubling it out, you want it to be really easy. You're not doing forceful or anything like that. It's just, okay, so body, I'd like to, let's talk about this. We're going to exhale for twice as long. If you only get to 8, that's okay. If you're, if it's not twice as long, that's okay. But your intention is to exhale for just double it out when your body you might have to work your way up to that, okay? So yeah, let's set that right foot to the ground if you haven't already, and bring your left knee in. Do you feel your hips start to wake up in the right side? That's a good stretch. Does anybody have that sciatic thing going on, or a little bit once in a while, or? Yes.
I have.
Yeah.
The hip thing, totally.
Yeah.
You know.
So did you notice the stretch
It's
help?
nice with the breath and that you can move forward into that just a little bit deeper, that you could,
Yeah.
kind of
Circle the
that.
other way.
in that area, moving deeper.
Right, exactly. It actually is signaling the body that it can let go even more. It moves you into a deeper state of relaxation. So like I said, you don't have to use it with stretches, but it's really kind of helpful with the stretches, because in the stretching, you're really focused on, extending your breath and then letting your body relax more. But you can do that anytime, just anytime you need to relax deeper. That is a wonderful meditation for your body. Because when you're counting, guess what? Your mind's not thinking. And when my friend, she always says, when you're thinking, you're stinking. So.
Amen.
Yeah, I think of that often. It's like, oh, what's going on? Bring the mind into the heart. Let's connect. Yeah, now let's go ahead and do that ankle, or that hip opener. So the ankle is, the foot is flexed to protect your knee. That's why we're flexing. We're protecting the knee joint. So you don't want to go so far that you feel anything uncomfortable in your knee. All right, so you may stay upright. Otherwise, go forward, hanging onto the chair. So, kind of give you a little bit like, I won't fall out as I go forward. And start with just the even count at first. Just getting the first breath in. Remember that you won't be able to breathe into your belly if you're hunching. So what happens, you'll notice your mind and your head wanting to get there first, but let your heart get there first. So we're leading forward with the heart, because your mind's in your heart. So this will help you create more space. Yeah. For you to breathe. And then exhale, you start to extend your exhalations. And again, not making it work at all. Just simply, let's see if we can exhale for just twice as long. Working your way towards it with effortless ease. The breath feels soft, it feels easy. Good, and then we'll slowly come up. And you can set your left foot to the earth. How do you guys feel? Good. All right. So lots of information. I have an energizing breath. So now that you're calm, we're going to energize you again. Because is that, when you signed up for the class, what part did you see about boosting your energy? What were you hoping to receive? Let me give you that. Or did you just be like, oh, that sounds like a great day, let's go do it? Or did you see that boosting your energy? I wonder what that's about. Was there anything that you were wanting to receive?
Knowing you, it would have been beginner techniques of yoga for sure,
Mm-hmm.
and breath.
Yeah, good. And that's what we're doing. Yep, so perfect.
And this is a match for me because I'm not into that spiritual stuff of yoga. For me, it's stretching.
Yeah.
So it's just a synonymous word with stretching.
Yes.
Which is so important to keep the body
Yeah.
lean and fluid. Because as we age, this is my feeling that, you just don't do that as much. You're not as limber, you're not as playful because you do all these specifically designed things that you have to do, but you don't get that time to really
Yeah.
Like a range of movement.
Yeah, range of movement and relax your body, and range of movement, you just seem to do,
Repetitive.
right.
Right. Where in our daily life, we don't get a huge range of movement. Like you said, like with you're cutting hair, or you're on a computer, it's like always the same movement. We don't typically But I'll guarantee you that a lot of these stretches you'll be able to incorporate, even when you're on the computer. I sit like that, when I'm working, I'm stretching.
She is too.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. She's always purposeful within her body. It's crazy.
Yeah, but your body, it's like, it keeps everything, like you said, fluid and there's more energy able to move because your circulation is being addressed and, the breath is being addressed. You'll notice your posture more, and so it's that mindfulness that brings you, the mindfulness of your body and being connected to your body, that your body's giving you signals. When you're like this, your body's telling you, there's something going on. This isn't, our natural, it doesn't feel that good to be like this. So what's happening up here that we can address that can also unfold and unravel in here. Yeah.
And for me, I have to look at so many screens multiple times back and forth, and I totally, and it's not that I have trouble seeing the screen, but I find myself just getting closer and closer, and it's like, okay, just sit back and breathe,
And many times it's our mind
Mhm.
wanting to get closer, like absorbed. We're, almost like absorbed in it or forward into it, rather than like present. Like I notice like when I'm driving, if I'm forward, I'm like already there, I'm planning, I've already reached my destination, what I'm saying. But when I notice my posture and I bring myself like directly into the moment, it's like, oh, there's clouds. Oh, there's, someone, whatever, you're present. So your body's like always an amazing gauge, and when you can tune into your body, you can navigate better through your life because you're always getting feedback right away, and then you can redirect, or whatever, you're navigating, through life. And because
this is such a useful thing for this time of year too, because
Yes.
this is that time of year where we don't have as much sunshine, we're not getting that vitamin D from that, and we're starting to feel the Christmas things coming in and a little bit, busier life. And when you can incorporate these things to energize, it's like you need to get moving in the day, and there's so much you want to do.
Mhm.
I think that even when we were signing people up for this, you just found that people have such busy lives right now, and everybody has like 40 different things they could be doing. So, for you guys to take your time to come out and learn this, it's as much as it's like, well, I could be raking the lawn, but it's too crummy out, you can't rake the lawn anyways. But you're finding a tool to actually make your time more productive. And that's what's really wonderful about those energizing things and that
Right.
meeting with the heart and posture.
And I really appreciated how you began, that you need to be here.
Yeah.
And that's been such a huge focus of mine for the past several months. It's like, okay, yeah, I know I've got, all these other things. I just want to be right here, right now. And
Because
I have a couple things going on that are so enjoyable. And it's like, I want to absorb every moment. And then people go, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just, absorbing. And it's such a different concept, And I watch a couple of the people that I work with, and they're so driven and so focused and so, I'm like, oh, I remember being like that. I'm so glad I am where I am now, and I wish I could share with them that you probably, you're probably not gonna, you're gonna look back and say, oh darn, I wish I'd been able to just.
Right, and in the present moment, you actually access more flow. You actually are more productive. When you're present, you actually tap into things that life is setting up for you to make life easier. But when we think we have to do it all by ourselves and we have blinders on, we're always, like you said, forcing and pushing. And I know this because of I've been that way. But I know that when I relax, I'm way better off to take a walk than to try to figure something out again. Like, I gotta figure this out. There's gotta be a way. I'm gonna push this, square peg into this round hole. I will make this happen. So much easier to just go for a walk. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I never thought of that. Yes, that would be easier. But when we're open, when we're tuned in, it's like everything is here to support us. But when we have our blinders on, we don't see it. And the person in front of us in line at the grocery store could be the person who, you connect with, who makes, another connection or whatever it is. But we're always supported. But when we're not present, we aren't able to see it. you know, we don't see the things in front of us right here, right now. We're fully supported. So, great. I'm so glad. Yeah, let's do an energizing breath that I like to use when I'm like, it's like 4 o'clock, and instead of any coffee, you know, instead of crawling under your table to, you know, desk or whatever to take a nap, what it does is clear the mind like this. But you only need to do 1 or 2, and then you want to stop and see how you feel. You don't want to keep going with this because you'll just basically hyperventilate. You don't want to do that. Okay, so we're only going to do 1, and then we're going to pause, notice, and then we'll do it again, and we'll pause and notice. Because that's how you really want to stay connected to your body, pausing and noticing, pausing and like that's our practice. That's how we live. We pause, we notice, we pause. You know, because then we're always directed. Like you're just we're so fully supported that when we just pause and notice, we can see how supported we are. But this breath helps us know in our body what's appropriate and how much you'll feel more clearer. So it like clears the slate. So I'll show it to you, and then we'll do it together. So it's 2 quick inhales through the nose, and then just 1 forceful exhale out through the mouth. So it's, and you've got to do it from your belly. So sometimes it's helpful to bring your hands to your belly, and I'll show it to you again. And then we just stop, and then we notice. Okay, so let's try it. 2 inhales through the nose. And then pause. And then notice. We'll do it again. Okay. How are you guys doing? It's going to be real subtle when this alertness happens. So like today, you know, throughout the day, if you're listening to, you know, I give you permission to use these breaths throughout the day, okay? It'll be okay. No one will yell at you. But we usually just do 2, and then we stop and notice. Like I do that when I'm walking. Like if I just like, run out of steam here, this breath will help you feel more energized. Throughout the day, you can do this breath to help you boost your energy. So we're really about like being so vibrant, so alive, so sparkly that when you walk into a room, people are like, you are lit up. You know, and that's what we really are. It's just like all the layers tend to be like, but you really naturally very lit up, like a child, like a baby. You know, their natural, your curiosity from being in the moment, because you're always curious. I wonder what's next. Instead of like planning your day and expecting people to behave in a certain way, or expecting things like your drive to be the same every day on the way to work. We set ourselves up for mundane because we are always on automatic pilot. Instead of being in the moment, like every moment is brand new. Clear the slate. Brand new. Clear the slate. Even now, clear the slate. Another new moment. Clear the slate. It's constantly new. It's just like clouds passing. And that's what we are. And then when you're constantly new, you don't bring anything from the past. You can let go of all expectations of how people behave around you. You can be fully alive and present because it's brand new. It's like a child, brand new. Like a child walking on ice for the first time. You know, those kinds of things are magical. And, you know, or, you know, feeling snow, magical. But to us, it's like, oh, it's snow. Ugh, snow again. But, you know, how many parts of our day, even just eating, how present are we when we eat? You know, when we're present with our food can take on that energy that is required for our body. And maybe we're also tuned into, is this the most loving thing I can put into my body? I ask that before I eat. Is this the most loving thing for my body right now? And if it's not, well, you know, I get to choose. Am I going to eat it then, or what would be the most loving thing? Or even like when I go, you know, what would be the most loving thing to do this afternoon to recharge my body? Go for a walk. That's the most loving thing I could do for my body. A gentleman was...
Take a nap.
Or take a nap is the most loving thing. Yeah. But I had a gentleman, he said he was helping someone quit smoking. And he said, you know, it's not about, let's not have you worry about quit smoking. Go ahead and smoke. But every time you pick up a cigarette, just say, is this the most loving thing I can do for my body? And then go ahead and have a cigarette or whatever. But after a while, once you bring that awareness into your mind, your actions start to change because subconsciously your body knows that this is not the most loving thing that I can do for my body or whatever. It doesn't match with the words that you're putting in. It doesn't match. So your actions actually begin to change. And it's all very subtle. So just wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, is this the most loving thing I can do? Or are these the most loving words I can speak? You know, and before you do anything, what is the loving thing to do here? And being in that space all the time, every moment of your day transforms. Every single moment.
I know that when you talk to me.
Yay! All right. Well, you know, it really is about letting. One of the main things about opening your heart is allowing your body to relax. So when your body is relaxed, your heart also can open because the body is taking on all these layers, and the heart has to feel like it has to close down. It doesn't feel safe. So just for allowing the body to relax, everything can, all those layers can start to. But by letting the body relax, it's like allowing all energies. So you're pushing your barriers down. So you don't need to build a wall. Allow all energies to flow through you, because we're always dodging. Well, this is a bad energy. This is a good energy. This is not so good. This is what I want. This is what I don't want. But rather than just being what, you know, if you lower all your barriers and you're just open, like wide open, like a baby's wide open. You're willing to receive all energies, because all energies are just energies, whether they be bad or good. You're willing to receive all of it, because it's just an energy. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
So not to try to get into psychology or anything here, but I was thinking about what you said and what you said, but so I guess I'm just wondering at times if we feel like, you know, the thought of being vulnerable is really, really scary. And many people that I know have had so many past hurts, disappointments,
Right.
either real or imagined, just is a nice way to say that, but we still carry them, and so I guess maybe to release some of that
Yes.
stuff.
The layers, all the layers, drop
Exactly.
all
Sounds
the
like you
layers.
have to give yourself permission to let it go.
Yes,
Sometimes it's like, I'm gonna give myself permission to not have to worry about that scenario anymore.
right,
It's not worth my time and energy.
yeah.
Just let it go.
Because that's the loving choice. That's our intention. If your intention here is love, or your intention here on this planet is peace, or if your intention is whatever, does it match with what, you know, like you said, choosing to hang on to something doesn't match love. It just doesn't. It doesn't match that intention. Or choosing to, you know, say things that, you know, are, you know, in your defense or whatever. Is that love? You know, what matches your intention? And when you live by intention, then your whole life unfolds for you, because you are living by your intention and you are supported with that fully. And so whatever has happened in the past, is it loving to hang on to things? Is it loving for yourself? Does that match love? You know, is it loving to be, you know, mean to our bodies and try to force them into looking a certain way? Is that loving? You know, is it loving to push beyond exhaustion? Is that the most loving thing I can do? You know, so I mean, it really all comes back to those little things. You know, just really like, what is my intention here?
But can it be a different way? And I'm sorry to take up so much time. But like, I had a really bad experience at work, a really bad experience. And one of the girls, when I was leaving, said, "Why don't you just stay home tomorrow?" I hadn't even considered that. So I wrestled with that all night. And then for me, I said no, because if I do, I'm giving into that. And so you can kick me, but you're not keeping me down. So for me, it was like I won by going back in there, that they didn't. So, but that's kind of like okay too, because for me, that was the loving thing to do, for me to hold my own personal power, strength, whatever. So it can be different depending upon
Absolutely.
Okay.
What is the most loving thing for you to do? Right.
It doesn't necessarily always infer that you have to be self-sacrificing. that
No,
you have
no.
to, you know,
Because I think
that's
as a woman,
not.
that's what
got
I've taught my
anything to
whole
do with
life.
it.
And
Yes.
I'm kind of over
We're
there.
in
I'm like,
that
I have to stand
generation.
up. Right. I have to stand up for myself.
Absolutely. Then you have to say, no, thank you. no matter what, you know, I mean,
Yeah, when I had to say
if-
no about a decade ago, I was like,
yeah.
it's the most free
Yeah.
thing.
It's the
Yeah.
first
No,
thing
I
baby
can't do
learns
that.
to say, for
Right.
heaven's sake.
Yeah, I can't do
Children,
that.
they say it often enough, they don't care, you know, no,
Yeah,
no.
Right, and it's
feels
just about
good to say
knowing.
it, you know, you just have to say it a few times and then it gets better and better and,
Because there's a difference between being a doormat and being considerate or kind.
well, when you're willing to be all energies, you're not a doormat. You're a powerful, potent being, because that's the energy that you be. By living, you know, so-and-so did that, and this was the right reaction I had, and it was my, you know, all of these things is just stories. It's just stories. All of it's just stories. And we entertain ourselves with our stories. They're just stories, you know, and it's just experience. What if everything is just an experience that we're having here? Whatever turns up, it's just another experience that we came here for. And everything is in divine order. There isn't anything wrong. There isn't anything that's amiss. You know, this shouldn't have happened. There's a story. It did happen. You know, these things are, this is shouldn't, couldn't, I can't. All those things are just stories. And they're stories we use to entertain ourselves. That, you know, the mind loves to just rehash over and over. And what does it do? It keeps us stuck in the past. And it keeps us recreating the same thing over and over again. And that's why people who have certain experiences all the time do. Because they haven't been willing to let it go. And when you can't, the more, whatever you're judging, you continually to recreate in your life, because it's something that's showing up to be loved. And until you love it, it will continue to show up. Until you love, or at least acknowledge, that whatever experience you're having is a divine experience, it will continue to show up until you let it go. Whatever it is. It's just how it works. You've all probably seen it. And still, until you were letting to drop the string from the other side, there isn't anything to do then. When you drop the string, everything lets go. It's when you're holding on, you have to continually, you're in that story. That's the story you're in. And that's how much we create our lives. But when we say, we want to create something new, I want something brand new, well then that requires you to be fully present and let go of everything that you think you know. Everything you think you know. Because everything you think you know will only create more of that. And so it'll be the same. But if you're in wonder, and if you're in present moment, you can tap into things that have never been done before on this planet. Or have ever been something that other people, you're the creator, you're the inventor, you're the one, because you're so present, you become open to brand new things that can create something new in your life. So, you know, you have to clear the slate, literally. A new person, every moment. Clear the slate. You don't know anything. Right? I mean, when I say I don't know anything, something new can come in. Because if I think I know something, that's what I'm stuck with. If I say, I don't know anything, I get, you know, like the space and the ease that opens up behind not knowing anything, you're totally guided to the next thing. That opens up to something new, something new in your day. So, anyway, so yeah, let's take the body, or take yourselves to relax. How does that feel when I say opening to something new? Like, does that make it almost kind of makes sense. Like, if I continually think the same thoughts, I'm actually going to continually having the same experience. And if I think, you know, like if I'm just fresh in the moment, something new could actually come in. Because otherwise it's all this going on. There's no room for anything new or any inspiration, any hits like, oh, I never thought. Any aha moments, they're not there because you're always like, blah, 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 blah. This is what happened. This is how it happened. You know, and everything's going on up here. There's nothing new that can ever occur. So how does that feel? Do you think that would be fun to be like brand new in every second? Like just brand new. Brand new.
Yeah.
Just got dropped off. You're brand new. You're like, wow.
Duh.
Yeah. And even being willing to be a little bit duh. Yeah, a little bit willing to have people be like, are you spaced out or what? Like, yeah, I'm fully present. I'm, wow. So cool.
Kind of like a little
to the barn.
Yeah, exactly, because it was your first moment and you were like,
This is so cool.
yeah. But see, then we tend to like dismiss that. And then, you know, it's like if everything, like you drink your tea, it's like, wow. You know, it is a little spaced out, but I mean, but think of the every moment becomes a fulfilling moment. We're always looking for fulfillment. We can't find fulfillment outside of ourselves. Fulfillment is here, being present with whatever, everything that's happening, no matter what it looks like. That's fulfillment. Because even if you won the lottery, you wouldn't be fulfilled if you couldn't be present and be like, you know what I'm saying? Being fully with it, being fully with whatever's happening in the moment. That's fulfillment for me. All right, so let's try to just close your eyes. We're just going to do a short meditation, and because I think it's time to let. Oh my God, it's way over time. Okay, well let's just take a second then. We'll just be really.
No worries, Sarah.
Okay, are you next?
No, you're fine.
Oh,
Just do
okay.
what you do.
Okay, well we're double teaming this out.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're good.
so just close your eyes and just. It's all good. It's all good. Just ask the energy of the body. So closing your eyes, just tap into your body. In fact, let's start by just opening your hands. And this is a great way to just know and feel the aliveness and the energy that you are. Open your hands, and without opening your eyes, ask yourself, ask your mind, just like, well, do you have hands? And just asking that. It's like, well, immediately the mind will go to the hands and check to see. You'll feel your hands. That's the first thing that the mind will do. And it'd be like, yes, of course I have hands. It's like, no, feel them. So feeling the hands. You might feel tingling. Just keep holding your attention there. You might feel the air in the hand. You might feel heat or coolness. Maybe you don't feel anything, but just keep bringing your attention there. There isn't any wrong way to do this.
Bless you.
And then with your attention in your hands, just ask your body what it would need right now. What energy would allow your body to completely unravel? What energy can you be? What energy can you bring me forth? What energy would you be willing to receive right now to allow your whole system to unravel, to relax? And remember to breathe. And would you be willing to bring that energy in and nourish your entire system, every cell of your body, every molecule, with more ease? So feel the ease, more space, and more peace. And just let the system, the whole system of your body relax. It's fully supported. The mind is in your heart. Your body feels safe. It can unravel. So maybe you have a baseline for relaxation. Go further than your baseline. Go further than what you think is possible to relax. And then just keep going a little further. Moving past what you think relaxation even is. Letting go of any definition of what relaxation even is in your body. Letting go of that definition and just open to the energy of it. The energy of ease. And go a little deeper. And a little more, relaxing more, just letting go, whatever you can in the body, just so you can just barely stay in your chair. And it's almost that state right before you fall asleep, where you're alert, yet very relaxed, almost asleep. There's the spot. And then go beyond that even. Keep going beyond that. Keep bringing in that energy, whatever that looks like. Allow your body to receive. Let the barriers drop down. And when they come back up, let them drop back down. Let your body receive. Be a full channel for receiving of ease. Opening from the crown of your head through your feet, allow that energy to flow through your body. So you become this tube for energy to just flow through you, fully animating you. You're not doing the work anymore. You don't have to do anything. You simply be. And from the space of being, you are always inspired. Let's just take a deep breath in, open your eyes, and notice your body. There. Yeah, I'm back in the room now, right? Good, so thank you. I'm just really, thank you so much. This is so much fun for me because it helps me to remember. And when I know I'm doing a class like this, it really helps me to remind myself that if you're going to teach this, you need to do this. So it really is a wonderful help for me. So I'm thankful. And so we'll be doing that raffle at the end of the day, and there's DVDs and CDs. I have a breath CD that teaches you these breathing techniques. There's more, and I walk you through them, and then you do them with me on this one CD. And I have a meditation CD too that helps to just systematically move through your body, to talk to the energy of the body, ask what it needs to relax. It kind of goes through body parts and different ones and I have some chair yoga DVDs. So stuff that you can do from a chair. All of those DVDs are here too. So thank you.
Yay,
Thank you.
Sarah.
Namaste.
That was wonderful.